Okay, so now we evolve this, again, empty hand against the knife. She can have a reverse grip or she can have a forward grip, doesn't matter. The main thing is once I get a hold of it, and by a hold of it, it could be this. I might get a hold of it on the wrist. I might initially, like grab with both hands if it comes in low with a forward grip, yeah. And I grab it like this. Whatever grip I get, I've got to make sure, again, what I was saying earlier, the first priority is make sure you don't get cut if possible. So the kind of energy she gives. Now we talked about when the arm is rigid and I can just pass it through and do all this stuff because she's still fighting to get this weapon out to me, and it's hard, you can't collapse her arm. So she's able to maintain a certain reach, a certain range. You're just moving it around, taking advantage of the weaker muscles, the elevator muscles mainly of the arm, the shoulder muscles, deltoids and so forth. But sometimes what happens is, well, if she attacks, it's like this, and here, and I either yank, I pull her, sorry for the unexpected violence, I don't want to dislocate your shoulder. But if I'm here, she might also pull back, and I've got to be able to go with it, right? And I don't necessarily need to resist that pull. I can go in with it, and that bends the arm where I can then start to look at getting a grip and an angle to disarm it. So the main point here is to be responsive to the energy they give. If it's very forward, kind of pushing into your space, or where they suddenly pull back because they're trying to get their knife free to continue cutting, you got to be ready to follow that in and keep a hold of it. You can't let go. If it does happen that I'm here, and let's do that again, where I get a hold of it and she uses her other hand to clear, she gets it, not a handoff yet, although that's another factor. But when she uses this to clear, then I've got to be ready again to reacquire the limb or get away. There could be a moment where I'm here, I'm working for something, she gets it free, and I back away and I have to start over or run. So to be ready, my point is to be ready to change range, whether going in or to go out, to follow it in if you still got your grip, but especially if you lose your grip, if you're gonna stay there or go, you gotta get, you gotta chase that arm. The way to chase the arm is to converge on the shoulder. So don't chase the hand wherever it goes. If my body converges on the shoulder, the arm can't get away from me. Try to get away from me. Yeah, see, I can always get to this if I stay close to this shoulder, all right? But if I'm not near the shoulder, which means she might use this hand to clear it and pull that shoulder away. Now you see, I'm so far from that shoulder, I cannot immobilize the weapon arm. So we equate control of the arm with proximity to the origin of the arm, which is the shoulder joint. Get near the torso where the arm comes out. And that is to say your whole body's positioned there, your arms are just doing what they do. But that means the arm will never get out of your reach. It'll never be, where you can't hold on to it or acquire the arm, the purchase of the arm. All right, so that's feeling the energy and being ready to go in or to pull as well. Not just staying here at this range. It doesn't always just stay here like this. We're all doing this forever. That's a useful drill, and it's useful for developing that skill, but it's not everything. So we add that dimension of push and pull. All right. Now, one other thing I will add is, this will be the next stage too. We'll squeeze these both in, which is as she's attacking. Boom. What if I gouge her eye and then I go? Or what if I punch to weaken the shoulder? That actually does do something. Boom. Hit him at the same, or even a punch to the face. All right, and passing it through. Just to have the presence of mind to be here and when she attacks, or it could be like this. Here, that's okay, go ahead and attack. There, and then I'm holding this, and then I can hit, or then I can rake or push the head, or I can elbow. So adding in these extra natural body weapon attacks, the eye gouge punch to the face or the shoulder. There's elbow opportunities, not only to the face, by the way, but also to the bicep. From here, on the shoulder, those hurt. And again, they get a reaction, and you can actually exploit that reaction. But people miss those opportunities. It makes a good case for developing your Muay Thai, your Panantukan, dirty boxing type stuff. Your boxing, just boxing by itself, to be good at punching, good with angles, good with parries and movement. A lot of movement there. There's a lot of agreement in the footwork between Philippine martial arts and boxing. Mainly like this triangle footwork, the thrust, the lunging and shuffling type footwork. All that is very similar or the same. Okay, so let's bring that into it as well. Two dimensions. One is feel the energy, push or pull. You're wrestling over that knife. That's what an empty hand against knife encounter becomes up close, is a wrestling match over the knife, which makes it, you know, it's good to use that word because wrestling skill is a huge factor as well. If you're good at wrestling, which is a big part of what we do on the mat, then that's going to really help you here. So we've got that, you know, feeling the energy moving with the arm, but then we also have the in-between attacks, half beat attacks, simultaneous attacks, eye gouges, punches, elbows, and so forth. Okay, let's try that out.